And we're back. The
All right, all right, all
Sunderkids.
right.
All right, all
Welcome
right, all
to
right.
Everyday Vibes with the
The
Sunderkids.
Sunderkids. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Matthew.
And
We be vibing.
we be vibing. Happy week, man.
Happy freaking week. It's
Happy
been a
week.
fun,
Honestly, this is
interesting
like my
one.
favorite thing. I look forward to this, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I have to record a podcast tonight. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, it's Monday night. This is
It's Monday
podcast
night.
recording time. Mm.
Like, I'm sorry, but I have plans to record. I'm sorry, a podcast on what is it on? On every platform. That
Everything.
is cray cray. Really, it's kind of feeling funky, but I'm not letting the fame go to my head, my ego vein.
Oh,
So
yeah. Try
big
not to.
dick energy over here.
Oh, Brittany.
Oh, Brittany, so famous. Oh, you guys. Oh, man. It has been a week. I've actually been really busy at work. Things have been awesome and exciting. Actually, honestly, we're doing an interview clothing drive that I'm heading up with some people.
An interview clothing drive.
Yeah. So it's like business clothing. So, like your blazers, your dresses, like anything that you would wear to an interview.
I'd have
we are looking for. So, we're doing like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing this like whole drive, okay, for like 3 weeks, and we're gonna do. So we paired up with this Enduring Freedom Ministries, and they're really cool. They're right outside of town, so they're like not in Effingham proper, and they're just really cool. And they're like not your normal charity. Like we've got a lot of different charities in town, which are great, but this one's like new, and she just like does it. It's like, hey, can you do this? And she's like, yep, and makes it happen. This woman just does it. And so I'm like, yo, Vicky, you're amazing. Let's do this. Like, what can we do if we do this drive? And she's like, done. They already have a closet over there. So we're doing this drive. We're getting all this interview clothing. We're building up to this event we're calling Dress for Success. And we're going to invite your GED students, your ESL, so your English as a second language, your anybody. Literally, you are not going to be turned away. If you feel like you need an interview outfit, please come. We're going to have stylists. We're going to have people doing like makeup tutorials and hair tutorials. Like what's proper for an interview? What makes you feel good? Like we need to empower these people. We're going to have some resume help, some mock interviews. We're going to have like templates. So you can, if you don't have a resume, we're going to make one in that moment. And then we're going to have computers. I got computers from the library, laptops. Right. So we can like write up resumes, and then we can print you a few copies. So like if you were to go to a place, you know, whatever, you can hand it in. Plus, we're going to have childcare. So then everybody who's there that's getting help or like, you know, getting whatever they need, they're going to be able to like have their kids be watched by this other church that's volunteering. So then you're able to try on an interview outfit. You're able to like go, and they have a food pantry. They have a laundry mat. Like if these people just need to come and be, you are welcome to be anybody. That's the cool thing. And it's countywide. So I talked to all these places. We're going to have drop-off locations for this 3-week drive. And I don't know. I'm like really jazzed about it. Honestly, I feel like this is my legacy to Effingham. Like I'm finally getting in my shoes. And then it was like, hey, is anybody doing this? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to freaking do it. And then it was like, I found the right people. That's the key. I found someone from the city who's like a dope friend. Then I found another gal. And these are from like the community breakfast that I've thrown. Also, we're having another community breakfast. I just found out. Like I confirmed this morning. I was like, oh shit. It's
making a
May
business
25th. And so it's like, okay, today is April 17th. Okay. Yeah. Deep breath, Brittany. Deep breath. It was like, hey, I just had a meeting this morning. Yeah, we're confirmed on that May 25th. So if you could get going, I'm like, yes. But then boom, booked a caterer. I asked the old caterer and he was like, nah, man, I already have plans. I was like, oh, damn it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna reach out. And then I reached out to these other people, and they sounded like they have a dank breakfast. And I was like, yes. So got that booked already. I just need a speaker, and then we are fucking set. But I don't know. It's kind of, this is how Peace Corps works. And I would like to say I'm literally doing Peace Corps stateside, is what my job is now.
Yeah,
That's how I
local
feel.
community.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Like a
yep,
2 year thing. I'm out in the community. I'm trying to like get to know people. They're trying to get to know me. Like I have to withhold a reputation. Like I'm on
for sure.
24/7. If I'm something else, it's like, ooh, like that's a bad rep. I don't need that.
Nope.
I'm here for service of people. So but this obvious how it works. As you're getting close to the end, because you're getting so integrated, you're like, finally, because they say even moving to someplace, it takes 2 years to like get comfortable and like to
Mm-hmm.
really, find your place.
For
And then
sure.
it's like, boom, I'm coming up on this 2 year mark, and it's like, now I'm freaking planning events that are fucking lit and that are gonna impact people. And like, this is like really cool. And we're like not even doing sponsorship. We're just doing it. We're
Doing it.
getting people that have resources that are just doing it. Like this is what I'm talking about. Why can't the world work this way? It's not like, oh, let me ask the board. And then we're going to have to like go through council. Then we're going to have to vote on it. And then if someone doesn't vote for it, then it's like, And it's like, oh my obviously this needs to happen. Why don't we just make it happen? And Vicky's like, all right, sweet. This woman is like, oh my God. And then she works at a store in town during the week and then runs this place. And she is like superwoman. I give her, oh my gosh, she's incredible. But and you know what? You know what she'd say? She'd go, it's not even me, it's all God. Like this woman is just selfless and she's incredible. And I mean, like,
Yep.
wow, 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 wow. So much for her. But, anyways, so work has been a lot as of today and this week. It's just been like this week. It's Monday, right? So
Nice.
this week, we are
And
starting
I
off with
technically went to work every single day last week.
Did you?
Hmm.
Matthew has a new job. Matthew has a new job. How do we
Yeah,
like our new
even on.
job?
Oh my gosh, it's incredible.
Dígame.
So I went in on Tuesday on my day off just to actually go swimming.
Mm.
So I'm the new aquatic manager of Tuckwell Pool. Uh, and it is pretty sweet. So I just got recertified with the aquatic facility operator's license or certificate or whatever it is.
Okay,
Um,
pull up.
yeah, so that means I can run the facility and everything. And
Hey,
it was actually pretty fun because yesterday, was my first time being there opening by myself.
really?
And
How'd that go?
well,
Yeah, you remembered to
critical
do everything?
information that was missing was the alarm code
Oh
for
no.
after I open up. And so, so Sunday morning, the kayakers are there, which is the coolest thing, I
So
gotta
wait,
say.
they've got kayakers
I-
in a
Yeah,
pool?
yeah. There's a whole kayaking club that they do kayak safety courses
Oh,
and water safety stuff. And it's
okay.
like, okay, if you're in your kayak and you fall out, how do you actually get
Oh,
back into your boat? If you have two
without
people,
getting
how do
out.
you actually do it without,
Damn.
climbing and letting go of your boat and your boat goes and you
Oh
have to swim
shit.
away from it?
Yeah.
They actually have air inflatable air sacks that go over the paddle that then
Mm.
you attach because they all the kayaks have those stringy strings all
Stringy
over it,
strings. What are you talking about? Oh, on top, top, top.
on top, yeah, that
Uh huh. Uh
crisscross.
huh. Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
put that through there, put that through
Oh.
there,
Oh. Oh.
and then you have a flotation stabilization, and then
Bitchin'.
you just lean back onto that, and then you can hop one leg over, hop another leg over, work your way back in. But I guess like for normal kayak safety, these are like standard things that you should get is one of those
Huh.
um, paddle inflatable air sacs and
Interesting.
one of the hand pumps, and
Mm.
just in case the roll over. Um, so
Hmm.
as I was lifeguarding for this, I was
So
learning
sick.
so much. It was so fascinating,
Awesome.
and it was the first lifeguarding shift I've had in 8 years.
How did that feel? The responsibility.
It was good. Well, but it was very funny because there's kayakers. They're there and they're like,
Okay.
you know, there with their kayak. So I go up and introduce myself. It's
Mm.
7:30 on a Sunday,
Yeah.
um, I'm the new aquatics manager, Matthew Sunderman. How's it going? Yep, I'm gonna go open it up. It's actually the first time opening, and then the alarm goes off, and he was pretty laughing about it because he could see like I have like beads of sweat going down my face now. Like I'm like
Mm,
nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, like
yeah.
there's an alarm going off. I don't want the
Yeah.
cops to like roll up on all these kayakers on my first day. Like, oh no.
Oh, yikes,
Um,
dude.
but luckily, the alarm company called my supervisor. Supervisor called me, got it taken
Okay,
care
sick.
of.
Sick, 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 sick,
But
sick.
I also didn't have the codes and stuff for the safe to do the
Oh,
till for the
oh
cash.
no. Oh
But
no.
luckily, it was all scanning and stuff.
Yeah.
It was smooth sailing once I got
Okay.
once I got going. And then this morning, woke
Oh,
up at 4:15 a.m. to be lifeguarding at 5:15 a.m. bright and early.
yay. How
Yeah,
was that?
it was actually pretty fun.
Good.
Yeah. The only
Probably
thing
see
is,
some good
I
swimmers in the
need,
morning.
yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like a legit pool, you know.
Really?
So there's a lot of legit swimmers that come through, and then there's a lot of older people and families
Cool.
that are coming and
Really? In
chilling.
the morning?
Not necessarily in the morning,
I guess
but
mid morning,
just
probably you get some like fan bands.
for
So
sure, for
wait,
sure.
so it's literally just one big pool and that's like the facility period?
Yeah, it's like a shotgun pool, 6 lanes, but a movable bulkhead
Oh,
technically in the middle, and
sick.
then the shallow end. So the shallow end is 3 feet, and then it goes into the full. It has a single small diving board and a little slide. Um,
Okay.
they made 6 of them around the area back in the 70s, just all within the
Really?
same amount of time. Yeah.
Bitchin'.
Um, and yeah, so this is it's celebrating its 50th anniversary, but it is pretty
How
cool because
lovely.
yeah, because it's like, okay, here I am. I had in service on Friday, so that was the
Okay.
first time, like, trying to like do some drills and
Dude,
talk to my staff, and then they're asking me all about all these scheduling stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like
that's so good though. How does it feel to be an
yeah,
adult?
it feels good. Feels good to have
Good.
some responsibility.
Yeah.
It's got some skin in
Yeah.
the game.
Got some skin in the game. No, it's exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're wearing your Prairie Life sweatshirt right now,
I
which is
am.
hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I just yeah.
Kicking it old
It's
school.
very funny because my supervisor doesn't like the red for all the red lifeguard stuff. So
Hilarious.
all
You
of
probably
our
love the
stuff
red.
is the dark blue, like navy
Ooh.
blue, which is cool. But I got a lot of red stuff.
Yeah. You enjoy red too. Like we
Yeah,
got Nebraska red, we got lifeguard red. We were a lot of
yeah,
red. We're also very blonde. So red looks good. Like I look good in
it
red
pops.
lipstick. I bet
Yeah,
you'd look good
I
in
mean,
red lipstick.
probably. I would. I don't doubt it.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it
sometime
either. Mom
we'll
too,
do a
Avi.
shoot.
What did you say?
One time we'll do a shoot and we'll get
Yeah.
all the lipsticks.
Yes. Oof. That'd be good. That'd be really good.
That'd be
One
hilarious.
day.
One of these days.
Yeah. But anyways,
Yeah, no, it's been cool. But yeah, got a full schedule this week, but just keep chugging along
yeah. Yeah.
and then coming home and relaxing.
Yeah, that feels good. I feel like I keep not having like a night, but I had like a good weekend. I saw Tommy James and the Shondells. That concert was fucking lit. Oh my
Mm,
gosh. Like I was grooving. I was just
grooving.
grooving. Oh my goodness. It was so, and I really did forget how many bangers this man has. I mean, like,
Yeah, like
Moni
Moni
Moni,
Moni.
the hanky panky, my baby does the hanky panky. I thought that was like a 50s bop. This man, no. And then
Wow.
what's the other one? Oh shit. What was like oh man, I'm gonna forget it. I hear it. Not Crystal Blue Persuasion, but the other one.
Hello,
No,
my
after the Crimson
man,
Tide.
I
I
am a
am a
tangerine.
tangerine. He did not sing that. Very obscure one, but he did sing Sugar on Sunday, and I was kind of offended. But
I'm so jealous
oh,
that you gotta
no,
see it.
no, 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 be the one anyone around.
I
I
think
think
we're
we're
alone
alone
now.
now. Yeah. Oh my
So
gosh.
I know that song because the Weird Al version is "I Think I'm a Clone Now."
Yes,
I think
yes.
we're a clone
Well,
now.
he was so good. But then you know what? I parked in a really bad spot. I like parked in this little gravel area thinking like sick, cool. Well, that was actually the entrance to a top like level parking lot.
You just parked in
So
the. Did you
I
code?
I single hand no, it was like a two spot, but there was a person that pulled up next to me, and I thought, okay, like this is fine to park. Like another person parked there. Did not think anything of it. Obviously, I washed it in plates, whatever. And but I don't know. I don't know. Again, I didn't think. And then I came out of the fucking theater, and I'm walking and walking, and I see my car, and I'm like, ooh, and all these people are like looking at my car for like a hot second and then going around it and being like, this girl just parked there. And like it,
We just
and then there's
Washington
like ditches
place.
on
You're
either
like,
side. So it's like a 2-car lane. And I'm like, oh no, I'm this girl. And like I just bow my head and unlock my door and I get in the
shame,
car and I'm thinking, I got
mean
tinted
shame.
windows. Poor, Nessie girls really protected me. And the Washington plates, man, like they get me places around these. But no one wants to fuck with me. It's like no, this girl doesn't know shit. She's from Washington. This Democratic blue politics. That's all they say to me. It's just get your
Liberal.
freaking politics out of here. I'm like, I never even said a word, man. I didn't even. I said I'm coming from Seattle, and they're like, oh my god. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm originally from Nebraska, and then they all go, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I am like, I don't even own a TV. I don't watch the freaking news. I don't care. I'm vibing and I should care more, but it's like no.
Live
So
first.
yeah. Anyways, that's my soapbox. Step it off, step it off, step it off.
Bye bye.
But
Soapbox. Okay, so originally for this episode, we were
yeah.
discussing beforehand that we should talk about some like Washington places. Now that
Some
we're talking about
Washington
Washington,
hikes. Yes.
yes, yes,
Because
some
okay,
of
you
the
have to remember.
beautiful landscapes and scenery in Washington State, the Evergreen State.
It's so great. I highly recommend a visit to Seattle. You don't even have to go to Seattle. Really, don't even go to Seattle. You can go anywhere. Please go to the Olympics, and the
Go
Olympics
to the
will teach
Olympics.
you
Go to
things.
the North Cascades. Go to
Yes.
Rainier.
Go to Rainier. Rainier is tattooed on my leg, so I see her literally every day.
I'm gonna be
I
up
want to
on
see her at
Rainier.
all times, man. But so Washington. So I moved out in 2015. Parents moved out 2015. Matthew moved out 2017. Yes,
2017.
2017. So we didn't grow up there. And then when I was making my friend group, they were from Idaho. Then we got a few people from Seattle. Well, not Seattle, but like Washington. But they know these mountain ranges. They're like, okay,
They're familiar
okay,
with it. Like,
okay,
okay.
whatever. And like every day I'd drive to work and be like, oh my God. Oh, if I saw the mountain, and I'm just like baffled by the beauty.
I do have to say, on my drive home,
Yeah.
now I come over SeaTac and I get this nice, beautiful strip.
Oh,
The Olympics, just
oh,
bada boom, right there.
Boom, bada boom. When you can see
Bright
the
and sunny.
Olympics, like seeing Rainier is one thing, and seeing the Cascades is one thing. But then you turn around, and you see the Olympics, and they're like snow bright on the opposite side of the water, like so far away, and they're just like in these mountains. So, anyways, we have this like like we die for these mountains, and people send us
Hmm.
Snapchats because it's like these Sundermans, they fuck with these mountains hard.
Mountains and
And then
clouds.
even the parents, I mean, they're stopping at these spots. We have certain spots we stop at to look at certain mountain ranges.
Oh, of
And then we
course.
climb up on these hills that we're at, and then we take photos because we have so much appreciation because Nebraska was cool. Nebraska was cool. It had
But
sunsets. It
it has
had storms.
fantastic
I
sunsets and
keep having these
great
crazy
clouds and
storm
storms.
and like
The
tornado clouds lately.
twilights, yeah, when it's super pink and then like,
Yeah. And then when it
all
gets
of it.
green during a
Oh,
tornado.
I love Midwest sunsets. Like I miss
Oh, I
them
love
and I miss the
storms.
clouds. These clouds are
Mm,
whimsy,
yeah.
but the landscape itself is more dynamic.
Yes, this landscape here is mhm.
3D. It's
It's
up and
very
down. It's
low.
all
But
over the place.
like during
These
the
trees,
yeah,
man.
see those trees. Those trees in southern Illinois it's got some trees, but it's a different type. Then you get like rock, like ooh, which is
Yeah,
cool in
I
its
mean
own
these
way.
are
It has its own beauty,
evergreens.
but Illinois, Nebraska, Iowa is flat.
Nice and rolling. I mean, it is
Nice
very
and
cool to
rolling.
see
And so yeah,
5,
you can see
6,
for yeah,
7, 10
miles.
miles is wild to
Forever,
see.
forever.
Yeah.
But Washington, when you see those mountains and oh man, it just like transcends all. So, I mean, that's how I almost get into car accidents all the time in Washington
Yeah,
because
it's very
those
distracting.
mountains, they really do take my breath away. But anyways, I feel like we just have this appreciation for it. So, we've been hiking a lot and the parents go hiking. Our parents are in such great condition. I really hope to be like them one day. And what I'm learning from this other podcast I'm listening to called Wiser Than Me with Julia Dreyfus or whatever her name is, Louis Dreyfus. Honestly,
Mhm.
that podcast it was like my soul was in it. It's brand new. Anybody really go on and listen to it. But she interviewed Isabel Allende, the author, and
Mhm.
then Jane Fonda. So both of them, they're like 80 and 85. And she's just like, hey, what's her advice? Like, how's life? Oh my gosh, it was like very moving. But don't know why I brought that up.
But anyway, the parents being
Oh,
super active
parents. Parents are super active. And they
and
said in their
able to hike
podcast,
and
like,
able to do stuff.
you create what you do later. Like you have to prepare is all they're saying really. Is you
Mhm.
need to prepare your body and like have strength because it's not like you'll gain any later in life. And so props to the parents because they run, they hike, and they're just baller
Push-up,
athletes.
active, swimming. Yeah.
active active everything, so they go on these hikes and I mean they come with us and it's like no big deal. um so but yeah, we just get out in Washington, and so we've been able to see a lot of the state just by hiking, and every
Mhm.
Christmas day we've started to do a different hike, and we do it in a different
Yeah.
location and we try something new. Like that's
That
freaking
is
cool as a
my
family.
favorite Christmas tradition. Like
Me as
the
well.
fact that we get to go on a Christmas Day hike, and then it is fun like anybody else. And there's always people out on Christmas
Always
hiking.
people. And
Merry
it's like,
Christmas,
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, Merry
It's
Christmas, Merry
so
Christmas to
sweet.
you
It was
too.
not like our Happy New Year when we were like, fuck off. This is like,
Yeah, yeah,
Merry Christmas. We didn't
yeah.
spend the night in
That
the
was
outdoors.
this is Merry
We
Christmas,
didn't see bears yesterday. We
Merry
good. We
Christmas.
good.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas. Yeah. We're a lot happier on Christmas.
but
But
yeah,
this Christmas, we did get 2 flat tires.
yeah. This whole past winter break was a fun,
Oh,
interesting one.
it was honestly like Sundermans, we're resilient as hell. Good work.
Yeah,
High five.
interesting experiences. Yeah, fun vibes either way.
Yeah, super fun vibes. Yeah. But yeah, it is a great Christmas tradition. If anyone
Hmm.
has not been doing that, highly recommend family day hike or a walk.
Yeah, and then
Um
I mean, you get to wake up, you open your some presents,
mhm.
you get some nice
Cuz
sweets
Santa came, remember?
because Santa came.
All of
You
our
got
Christmas
yeah,
day presents are from Santa.
and then you get to go hike, come home, eat some more food, then just chill and
Yeah.
be like merry and content the rest of the day.
Yeah, and watch all of the whatevers on TV.
Yeah,
Every Christmas movie just be flashing back and forth. I
and,
love
and you're
TV.
you're tired because of the hike and the food coma, not just the food
Yeah.
coma, which
Yeah.
makes it a little
It
sweeter.
it is a little sweeter. You are so incredibly right. It is rewarding in so many different ways. It really is.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool actually. But
So,
and then Matthew and I obviously do our trip, right?
mhm.
But we
But
keep
then
hiking and we keep, like, I think because we're not from there, we really try and go out and do things. And the parents will go, hey, let's go catch the sunset at the nearest park and we'll pack dinner. And then
mhm,
now they're like, let's go all the way to Tacoma and do that. Like, you're more inclined to go farther and see different things, and you know a
mhm.
place to post up, and then you just post up and you bring things and
There's
you're prepared.
beautiful beaches that they go,
Beaches,
boardwalks,
like
all everything.
what? Washington has like mountains and rivers and oceans and snow and a rainforest, the only US rainforest. Like
They're starting
what?
to see some more orcas come down the Puget Sound into LA.
Really?
Yeah, which is always a good sign.
That is a very
They've
good
been doing
sign.
some good jobs with some of the rewilding projects and the salmon streams. But
Hmm.
um, so yeah, I mean, with me, I lived out in Poulsbo for a while, which meant that I, as a single person just over there, had access real quickly to the Olympics. So I went over there all the time. And there's one, crap. Now that I just mentioned it, I can't remember the name, but I
You
think I took
forgot it?
you on it. Yeah, but it's like the northernmost peak that's like the closest one that you can get to from Poulsbo, and
Okay.
it's like
In the
a
Olympics?
yeah, it's like a mile, pretty good, just
All
straight
right.
up vertical.
All right.
But when you get to the top on a clear day, you can see 360 like
Mm,
all around. Like
so
it
sick.
is awesome.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And there's some hidden
Olympics.
gems that
Mm,
we found by just either just all trails
yeah,
doing filtering
all
to whatever
trails.
you want. Um, Shout
And
out to
like we go to a lot of different
Association,
Airbnbs.
Trailblazing app,
What?
the
Trailblazing?
Washington Trails Association
Yeah.
Trailblazing app. There's a
Yeah.
lot of good resources for Washington if you want to go hiking and go explore the nature.
And like free campsites, and you can sleep anywhere on a Forest Service road. Like it's
And
free
there's
and
usually
legal.
campsites at those Forest Service roads.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
usually like at least someone's made a fire there before. There's a lot of rocks, like it's
Yeah.
been, pushed down certain things. Yeah, it's very chill. Like as you can do it because those campsites they get full. There's
hmm
also just like they get really full and people will camp out from like Tuesday to Sunday and it's like, geez, like you can't get there in the middle of the week or especially on a Friday afternoon. There's no way when everyone's going camping, you're just no way. But you can Airbnb campsites, but they're like $50 on like the Elwha River.
hmm
Um, but that place is sweet too.
That place is
But
pretty
getting
sweet.
up in like the peninsula, but we love Lake Crescent. When it comes
We do
down to
love
it,
Lake Crescent.
it
That water.
that water, it looks so it's all natural. Yes, it is not
Oh
man-made.
yeah. Oh no.
It is all
That
natural.
is a
It
very.
looks like a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher.
It's an
Like
ancient. It's an old
seriously, Google Devil's Punch Bowl, Lake
lake.
Crescent, and you'll understand. And we have been to Lake Crescent many times. It's
Yeah.
my favorite place by far.
It's just like
Of continental U.S. I
sapphire.
would
It's
say
liquid sapphires.
liquid sapphire. Like, and it
The
feels amazing too. We
It
swim in
does.
it,
It's
we hike it,
genuine and it's deep.
and
Like
it's
it's
deep.
between these mountains and it's pretty
Yes,
long.
and like
It's
there's one hike we still haven't
like
done, that Mount Storm King hike.
yeah, that's the main one that overlooks it on like the
Yeah,
northeast
and I
side.
think
Yeah.
it's like 3.5 miles, and it's like 2,500 elevation. Like
It's a
it's a
pretty good
pretty
elevation gain,
hefty
which
little
is
sucker.
why I haven't attempted it.
Yeah, and I'm still pretty fat, so I don't know how that's gonna go. And
Yeah.
so we're keeping that for another time.
It's
We'll
on the
get
list.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, put it
we
on the
will
tab.
get there.
We'll get there. Yes, absolutely. But but it looks like, I mean, I think that's like the thing, right? Is like these mountains in between them like sank. Like there are
Yeah, I
mountains
mean,
going
yeah,
down. Like it's
it's like you
where
have the
it is.
mountains.
It's like a
They meet at the
concave.
bottom, and then this lake is halfway up.
Yeah, I mean, whoa, this place is pretty magical. But like we've gone there for boys trips. I take a trip with the boys. I don't even know if you were at the first one, Matthew. Were you? Probably not.
I went to the two, so I might not
Okay,
have
maybe
been to
we've.
the. I think I was
I don't
there
know if
for.
we had two or three, but
I think,
we've had two in the same house and then one for a
yeah,
different
I
one.
was at both of the same house one.
Yeah, okay,
But then
okay.
I've been to all of them.
But
Yeah,
so we that one house is really sick. But we
that
go on
yeah.
this boys trip and we go to by Lake Crescent. We go on these hikes and it was just magical, like so magical. And then
So
Matthew and I would go. And honestly, it's like what, 4 hours from Seattle?
yeah, just
And
about. I
it's on
mean,
that upper
three and a half,
peninsula.
4 hours.
So if you wanted to like stay by Lake Crescent and go to Nia Bay and like Cape Flattery, which is also absolutely incredible. We saw those sea lions by Cape Flattery. Yes,
What
it
is
was
it?
like
Yeah, I think it's only Lake Crescent is only about 10, 15 miles from Port
really that
Angeles,
quick.
continuing on 101. Yeah, and so one side of it is the highway, which is uh, on one side very much a cliff face and a very small windy road,
Yes,
and then the other side is a very nice, beautiful, deep lake. Um, but it is kind of crazy because I've had to drive through there in some
yes.
wild conditions with
Oof.
a heavy delivery truck going to Forks,
Ah,
and
yes.
and doing that at night when it's dark
And
out.
that's
It's
Highway
like
101, right? Like that
Highway
is the main
101
highway that hugs Lake Crescent. So
for
you're
sure.
following this,
Yep.
it's like 35 miles an hour and it's
You
slick
slow it down, but yeah, it gets slick in
on a
there. And
hillside.
yeah, they don't have those proper reflective things in the middle, like their
Oh,
lane
yep, yep,
dividers,
yep.
which is always just so fun with glare.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
wonder if it gets overcast sometimes in
yeah,
Washington.
yeah. Like every day. You guys, we get 60 days of sunshine in
But
Seattle.
the other side of
60
this
out of the
lake
year.
is was originally the railroad. That's the Spruce Railroad
Oh,
Trail,
yes.
and so that thing goes all the way down,
So no
and
one
on
lives
that
on that side,
entire thing.
right? Really?
Yeah, so they live primarily on the north coast. It kind of has like a Z shape, like a a little
Ah,
Z-ish,
yes.
yeah. And then the north, and then the south end. But on the sides, one's just the cliff face, and the other one is just the railroad. And then they've converted that railroad into obviously that trail, um,
Yeah.
which goes all the way down.
All the way. And this lake,
And then
what, is 18
we've seen
miles
it.
long?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a long jaunt, and so I had gone with some friends uh, beforehand
Mm.
from work before, and then I took you guys there on that Spruce
Yeah.
Railroad Trail because
On a
I
boys'
knew
weekend. Yep.
trying to get to a second cave, but lo and behold,
Yes.
that second cave is like 5 miles in,
Yeah, it was
one
deep.
way in,
We did not, Matthew took us on a goose hunt that we did not realize was that long.
Was not, yeah.
I think
And
we
I
did
also didn't
9 miles that
realize.
day.
Hmm?
I think we did 9 miles, yeah,
Yeah, it
total.
was 9, 10 miles, yeah.
Yeah,
And
casual.
they were
We just
expensive.
thought we were on
Like,
a
like, oh
hike.
yeah, 4 mile like hike. And I was like, no, no, like this other one, this other one. But when we ended up getting there, it was still under construction. They were doing stuff
Yes.
with it, so they had all this heavy machinery and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
And so we did see a boat
Sketch.
that was just like coming up and checking it out, because heavy
Yeah, they
machinery. And then
popped
we're like
in. We were
looking at it,
walking
taking
over.
pictures.
Yeah.
But man, yeah,
And I mean,
oh my god,
the caves were like, the railroad went through them and they were extensive. So you go in that and you literally have zero light.
yeah,
This is
and
like
it's very
the
funny.
podcast motto is light is
I've
important.
taken people to that same place like after, and they're like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
isn't that bad." It's like, yeah, but at the
Yeah,
time,
it really wasn't
it
in
was
that
long.
day. We were like seeing death be born. It was
Yeah, it was a
it was
dark tunnel.
transformational in these caves. It was so
Yeah,
dark
and
and
they
you
were
were
just like,
so
"What is
dark for
going
a
on,
long
Matthew?"
time.
And it's
Like you
just like,
couldn't.
keep walking.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, whoa. There was people that definitely had a prophetic moment in those
The only
caves.
way through the void is through it.
Yeah, I mean, we were like head down. We have to make it
Yeah.
through. Like it was, and it was no phones were allowed, right? We could not use
I know. Yeah, we can't do
flashlights.
no phones.
All right,
Everybody
so this
need
was
light in because I was
self-inducing.
like, no, you gotta use this. Gotta be full black. I'm like, it's
Yeah,
not
you
that long.
just have to just yeah, full black. I mean, like
And
literally.
it's a big like half hanger size. Like it's a pretty big tunnel for that one. And then you can actually climb up and around on top. And so that first
Yeah.
tunnel, because everybody was confused on why the hell we were going through this tunnel, because that we didn't do that beforehand. Because to the
Mm,
left of it, remember, is the entrance
that
over
outside
to
trail.
the
Devil's
Devil's
Punch
Punch Bowl.
Bowl.
Hmm.
Correct.
And so we have been there, and didn't we jump in and go swimming one
Yes.
time? Yeah,
Yes. I
it's
dreamt about
so
that
nice.
bridge.
And, oh,
It's
oh my gosh.
delectable.
And then you could jump off that bridge. There's usually
Holy
people
shit.
with
There's cliff
kayaks that
jumpers, there's
kayak over from the
kayakers.
other beachers. Yep.
Yeah, people come over from all the, there's a Camp David's at the end, so they've got all these tents, but all these cabins. It's like a thing. And then they've got canoes and kayaks, and people just be going out there. So that's how most people I'd say get out because that trail was closed for a while. Right?
It
Technically,
was
when we went that
it
one time,
was
it
closed
was
like
closed.
well, it was closed like 3 times we've done it.
Ah, sick, sick, sick. It's better because obviously no one's on.
Yeah, of course. Like
But
just
we
go
went with the
for it.
parents once, right? We saw the mayor,
Yeah,
or we saw the governor. Actually, remember?
yeah.
That
We
was
saw the
funny on Fourth
governor,
of
and they're
July
like,
weekend.
"Hello, yeah,"
Yeah,
and then they're like, "Do you know who that is?" No. Oh, that's the governor. Oh, okay.
yeah, that was hilarious.
That was so awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Lake Crescent takes
So the
people. It
parents
brings
there in
people
the
out.
same place. But the most memorable time camping there was one of our sibling
Damn,
trips, our
one
sibling
of our.
camping trips.
But that was that a New Year's Eve? No,
I don't think that was a New Year's
that
Eve. That
wasn't
was
New Year's
just
Eve specific. That was just a normal.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
that was a
we got to
normal.
get out in nature.
Yeah, we were like, we
Let's
got to
go
get out of
find
the
a
city.
campsite. And so it
Yeah,
was that
and we found these yurts,
the yurts.
the
There's like
yurts,
the
and so
yurts
this
on the
like
one side, and then others would just have platforms for people to pitch their tent. But we got the yurt,
we
which was
got the
actually
yurt.
surprisingly dope for what it
Very
was.
dope, very good, but also like I was not packed for how cold I was. I was very frigidly cold. It was a wet cold,
Hmm.
but again, we had an evening, so I
We
understand
had
why it was
quite the
cold.
evening.
We
Yeah,
had
so
quite the
we had
evening.
rolled up and gotten there late. So
We did,
it was already dark by the time we had gotten there.
and I
Just
led
very
Matthew
dark
down a
at
very
like
bad path. He almost got stuck going down the other side of that
uh,
campsite thing.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
shit.
there was one side that was like
That was
very
awful.
steep and wet and
Super
muddy, and then
steep
I'm going down
in the truck.
in the truck, and then she's like trying to get me to go backwards and forwards and all around, and then
Matthew's
like
like,
yeah, it
yeah,
was a tiny I think it was a wasn't it a U-turn like almost thing
yeah.
with
It was
a
like around a
bump?
tree.
Yeah, it was a tree, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh my god,
it's like holy shit.
it
Like,
took
why did
about
I do this, Matthew?
20 minutes to actually do that.
Yeah, because we were just like 55-point turn.
And yeah, and there's like yeah, a tree stump with a giant rock. Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Yeah, so you're not
So
gonna go
that
over
was
it.
eating our time because it was like, oh, we would have had time.
And we
So
had packed like 10 cinnamon rolls. That was a cinnamon roll weekend.
yeah, we
Thanks,
got
Mom.
cinnamon rolls.
We had so many
We
cinnamon rolls.
had everything. We
Oh,
always
we were vibing.
we should pack less and less uh plan like less food stuff, and then maybe our actual trip will be better versus having everything planned in advance and then having that just go to shit.
Truth.
I don't know if that
Truth.
makes sense,
It
but
does
anyway,
to me,
no.
but nobody else. But thank you. I understand.
Anyway,
Thank you
um,
for that bit of
so
negative knowledge.
we finally get the truck into place, and then we get set up in camp, and we get a little we get some campfire going, and then it was
Hmm.
like, oh, we're
Yeah.
here.
What are we
Like
doing?
looking at the trail, looking at the map. We always look at the map.
Yeah.
We're so close to the water, and
We're
then
so close to the water.
this trail, obviously, this whole way goes right along the water. Like
Yeah.
on the other side, on on the north side,
Yeah.
it is next to it. You can just walk on over.
Yeah.
Well, on this one,
Well, and then I was like, hey, like we're down here, like we're at the end of this long driveway. I'm like, let's go up top, have a yoint, and like
Yeah.
go for a little walk. And we're so close to the water. We're
So close.
so
We
close to
just
the
want a little
water.
jaunt,
We'll just go for a little jump. Well,
and it felt
we
awesome. It was super nice out, and like
oh, it was lovely. It was like a perfect, and we started at like 9 p.m. Right?
yeah, we started
Because we were
walking on
very
our like
late.
it's
Like
like a
we were
like a just a little,
like a midnight, a little jaunt in the nighttime, right? But it was dark. But
and
literally,
we
we
had
just went up there to smoke.
just do this,
Literally, just do this. So we
just
didn't
do
have
that.
water. We didn't have phones.
We didn't have phones. We had
We were
one
just
headlamp,
one headlamp and
and it's
dressed for the
already dark.
occasion,
Yeah,
right?
which is nothing. Which is
Which is
just like
like nothing. I mean,
normal,
like
like
3 layers.
jeans and yeah, a shirt and a jacket, and that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like we're like going in the wilderness, right? But we
Yeah,
start
because it was
walking.
relatively nice out. Because I
It was
remember, because then
relatively
it got
nice out. It was
cold.
very chill evening.
Yeah,
It was very
yeah,
chill. Very chill.
yeah.
I don't know what month that was.
I don't either. That's what I was trying to think. I
Um,
think I had just a t-shirt on.
I remember having my Seahawks like long sleeve over something like a shirt, but it was like okay,
Yeah.
I needed one more layer because it was 9
Well,
p.m. Like of course it's dark.
mm-hmm.
So like whatever.
As we started getting going,
So then we start getting going,
and
and right when I get going, I'm freaking getting going, and I start to
we're
sweat. I'm
talking,
taking
and
things
we're
off. We're
vibing.
talking, we're yapping, we're rolling, we're
Yeah, just like
walking, we're
talking,
feeling
talking,
good,
talking,
and
rocking
we're
and
like
rolling, dude,
yapping,
rocking and
not
rolling,
rocking and rolling, and we are just walking, man,
and we're
and
walking, and
we
we're
are
walking and talking,
walking,
walking and talking.
walking and talking and walking
It is just
and
so fun.
talking.
It's just so fun. And then eventually,
And
like,
also, we can't find the water; it's too freaking
we
dark.
can't find the water, and it's
So we just
down,
keep
it's
walking.
down a hill, and then like there, and it's like we know from the map that it connects like next to the
Yeah,
water.
like we gotta
It
be able to
does.
see this. Like
It
we're
has to
right
be able
here.
to. We're right there. We
We're
should just
right
be.
here.
I just want to see this water,
Yes.
and then go
Yeah,
go.
like we just wanted a nighttime reflection. We've already been to this lake. We know how the
Yeah,
lake looks. Like we're definitely gonna see a reflection. Like it'll be really pretty when we see it. And we just keep chasing this
and then
nighttime vibe, right?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
mean, it is getting
we're
dark, but still
do
we
it.
can see in front of us that we
Yeah,
feel
we
fine,
have some
right?
moonlight.
We have some
Mhm.
moonlight, we're chilling, we're whatever. Then, I mean, when I'm feeling good, I'm walking
Yeah,
and I'm
we were
walking
in the zone.
fast.
Yeah,
We were walking, power
we were
walking
hoofing it like
to a point.
yeah,
Matthew was
we're-
like, "Ooh, my hip kind of hurts.
yeah,
Like,
on just the
like
way out.
can we just like chill for a second?" And then it was like,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah." And then it was like, "Hey, maybe we should turn around." Like, I don't know how far we've gone. We've just been losing track of time,
Yeah,
yapping, walking,
I don't even know
just
what time it is
don't
because
even know
we
what
don't have
time. Yeah, we
phones.
don't have phones, right? We don't have water. We don't have anything. We don't.
We are just
Oh, you
panting at
guys,
that point,
why
and
do
then
we
like
do this?
sweaty. It's like okay, like
Yeah,
yeah, my
sweating
hip
and
is
hot,
starting to
feeling
hurt.
warm, feeling
Hmm.
good. And then it's like, okay, let's turn around, right?
Yeah, we walked one single way in. There's only
Yes.
one way out, and
There's
we
only
just
one
gotta
way
keep
out. Like it
going.
has to lead us to our campsite. So like we
Yeah,
just turn around,
we just
start
don't have
walking.
any reference on distance on how far we had gone
Zero.
because
Zero.
we were just trying to get to the water for some
Yeah.
moonlight water fun. Like,
Just a moonlight water fun. And we were not thinking, we were just yapping and talking. And as you
yep,
know from this podcast, we get to yapping and then time flies when
time
you're yapping.
flies.
So we turn around and then we start kind of walking slower. Matthew's hips hurting. Like it's kind of
Things are
like,
starting
damn.
to hurt a lot more.
Yeah,
We're
things are slowing
feeling
down.
the
Things are coming down.
dehydration. Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of like, ooh, I would use some water right now. Oh, a phone would be nice. And
yeah.
then the headlamp turns on, and we've got a headlamp. Okay, fine. Well, then it gets colder. Then it starts to
It
snow.
starts getting colder. It starts. They're like, oh wait, is that actually
Like, oh,
snow in this headlamp?
jeez,
Like, oh my gosh! Like, wait, how
snow.
far? I swear, we passed these trees. Like, I remember
Yeah,
this.
we kept
Wait,
double guessing
when was that?
ourselves. Because then
And
it's
it's like,
like,
and then
wait,
like
we
my
did turn
legs getting
around, right?
progressively worse, and we're getting progressively
It's getting
slower, but
colder.
it's
And then
colder.
obviously, we're walking slower, so we're as human beings getting colder, so then the layers go back on, but then the layers are wet from the sweat, so then and then the wind blows and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then
And then we're
like,
both now getting
no,
frustrated a
we're
little
getting
bit because
frustrated to a point I'm about to cry.
yeah, because like okay, we know we're going in the right direction, but
Hmm.
like how much farther? Like this is like oh no, what time is it?
What time is it?
How
And we
far did we
literally have
go?
no sense of time.
And
And I,
and and even with this nice headlamp, it's
mhm.
only maybe 20 feet ahead of you that you
Yeah,
see
yeah, it's
into the
not good
darkness.
visibility.
It's not good visibility. So it's like, okay, we turn a
Sketch as
corner,
hell.
turn a corner, turn a little corner, turn a corner. Luckily, this is a flat,
Very
um,
flat.
a very flat trail. So it's not
Yeah,
up and down, but
yeah.
still flat for a while.
But
Starts
for a
hurting.
while,
Starts hurting.
so we keep walking. And I mean, yes, as you said, frustration's climbing. It's like, you know how Matthew got like whimpery on the
Oh,
bears. I was getting
oh.
whimpery on this. I was getting pissy. I was
And then
getting
I was like,
scared.
we just got to keep
And
walking.
Matthew's like,
And
we're on the right path. We just got to keep going. Like, we will run into it. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is
yeah,
happening.
like, should we just stop
Like, I'm like starting
and
to shake. My heart's starting to hurt. And then I'm addicted to water. So then I'm like, I can't, my throat. And I have
That's
vocal cord
refreshing.
dysfunction. So I do get these, which I'm just learning how to actually breathe for that. I was never taught. I was just told, you have vocal cord dysfunction. Now I'm realizing I need to breathe differently. So
Oh,
I'm learning to breathe. This is why I wheeze. Now I don't breathe in, I breathe out. And that changes everything. My
wow.
whole throat softens. It's absolutely incredible. So I'm kind of pissed. I was never taught these things. I was just told.
I didn't even
But
know that
that's,
was
10 years ago. I mean, I got a tube shoved up my nose and down my throat, and I had to run on a treadmill for Meredith's dad.
how
That's how
fun.
I found that out. That was awful. But, anyways, so learning how to breathe, which is cool in life, I guess.
Yeah, could have helped you back for this year's
Very
story.
much could have helped me because my throat was starting to close, and then the air's getting drier because it's getting colder, and then
And there
I'm
was
just getting
snow, literal
panicky.
snow.
Yeah,
So I mean, this
literal
is
snow.
probably in the winter at some
Yeah,
point,
it
like
must
or
be
like
in the winter,
fall,
but it was definitely not on New Year's Eve, but
because
it
I mean,
must have
we
been
are
on
the mountains,
something
so
like that. Yeah, we're
it
in
can
the mountains.
definitely happen at any
Yeah,
point
we're close to Canada.
whenever.
Yeah, it is inevitable. So, but man, we just kept going back, and then
You're
we'd run into
trekking.
things. We go, okay, we did see this on the way
We did
down,
see
but like
this.
literally, I thought that was a mile ago, and it now feels like 3 miles ago. Like
Uh huh.
our perception of length and
Time and
time and
distance
everything
completely changed during the course of this here walk.
completely,
And it's not like
completely
we had any more yoints to offset the pain and the time
nope,
dilation
nope,
and
nope,
to calm
nope.
ourselves down. It was
No,
only
it was a one yoint.
panic
We just
control.
went out for a yoint,
We
and this is what happens.
ran
And
some
then
water,
we
guys.
just wanted a yoint. This is self-inflicted,
Oh
which is
man.
absolute ass. But we get
Hmm.
back to the yurt, and then it's like, okay, we're freaking cold. And then we went to there was one outhouse, right,
And
and
we're
it had a
yeah,
shower, and we were like,
yeah,
we have to hot shower tonight, or we are gonna die.
yeah. And well, at that point we had checked the time
Oh yeah,
and
what time is it? It was like 1 a.m.,
it was 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning. So
We had left at
we also
9.
checked the distance later. How much did we walk,
Yeah,
Matthew?
it was about 13 something miles.
So we did a little
It's a
half
half
marathon,
marathon. We did a
something at 9 p.m.
casual half marathon jaunt in the middle of the night on Lake Crescent
Just because we
on
wanted a
the on
yoint.
the Spruce Railroad Trail
Freaking
just for a
A.
little yoin just to see some water.
Just to
Classic
see some
Sunderkids.
water. See,
Classic
I want to be
Sunderkids.
like, oh, you guys, all these things like never happened to us. And
But
it's like, fuck.
no, that's we do this to
The
ourselves.
more
But
I
like,
speak,
oh
the more I
man,
realize.
oh like again, I think maybe that's what started my leg being
It
all
did,
funny.
because that's when you started your hip thing. You were like, oh my God, I have not had this and I have not recovered. And every
Yeah,
time I've seen you since, you still have a hip thing.
I still
And
have
I
a hip
think it's
problem.
because we
Fuck
we
me.
literally did
Oh
a
my
half
gosh.
marathon in the middle of the night. I
Ugh.
apologize for that.
No, it's all good because I did the exact same thing to you guys first.
You did
You know,
at Lake
because
Crescent. We
like
went that
it was
9
like,
miles.
okay, I tell you, like I swear it was closer, and then just so happens to all of a sudden 9, 10 miles. Here we are again. Oh, we're just going to go for a short little thing. Boom, 13 freaking miles later. But yeah,
And
we took
then,
some hot showers, and we are
yeah.
moaning and groaning at
Oh my god.
early
We
morning.
nom a
It's like,
cinnamon
oh
roll.
my gosh,
We're like,
yeah,
okay, thanks, mom. You're the best. And
hot
then we go
box
to
of urine.
bed, hot box of yurt, pass out. And I mean, it's still cold, but we're like warm from the shower.
Well,
The
yeah.
shower changed
At,
everything.
at that point, it's already the coldest part of the night.
Yes, yes. Obviously, it's 2 in the morning. No one's awake. It's fucking
Uh,
Sunderkids. And we were
uh,
up before playing Roomy Coon for hours.
yeah,
But
that's what we. Yeah, we had 2 hours of Roomy Cube
yeah.
time
And then
beforehand,
it was like, let's
and
go
then it was like,
smoke
oh,
a
let's
joint.
go walk. Oh
And
god.
then this is what happened. This is what we try and we get here.
Not all of our hangouts are like this. I should
Not
say
all
most
are,
of
yeah,
them are very
accidental like this.
smooth but
Yeah, we
eventful.
do usually hike a lot. We're just
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
usually fucking
planned.
normal. Yeah, but like these fun ones are what you
Yeah.
get. This is
I
everyday
want to say
vodka.
they're few and far
We gotta
between,
tell
but
you,
there's
tell you
more
the
than
fun one.
one.
Oh my god.
But okay, so then the next day, so we wake up at our yurt and we like make brekkie, right? And then we leave. And that day we had planned to go to the Devil's Punch Bowl. Like we wanted to do the other side. So we
Uh-huh.
specifically camped at this side to be able to like be at access on like the other side of the lake. We have never been to that side of the lake. Hence
Yeah.
the long walk. We really did not know. We had gone to the very other side of the lake, and that's where the entrance to the railroad and the Devil's Punch Bowl, that's a lot shorter, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Um
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah,
so
it's
we had
almost
planned to do that side that
yeah.
day. And then yeah, so then we get there and Matthew's already limping. We are like obviously did not sleep a lot. We were
Not a lot.
up, we were actively up, not just up. We were, walking a half marathon casually. So, but we still did. So we, I think, ended up doing that whole freaking lake that weekend, right? We hiked like 5 miles in.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was something we like connected it. I think we did the
We
whole one side
I
of the
think
lake that one weekend.
yeah, I think we clocked it that we were within about a mile of
Mm,
connecting the whole thing
there you go.
just that from that weekend. Yeah, we were so close.
Yeah,
Because
but it was
we
like blisters. Matthew was
like
limping. He was having a
yeah,
walking
hell
stick.
blisters. Yeah, yeah. Because like, oh
We
man,
were in
if we
bad
would have
shape.
gone a little bit longer, we would have gotten to that other second um cave.
Yeah,
And then we would have known. And then
we would have
but at
known.
that point, my heart would have sunk more. I'd rather not know how far we had gone and just have to keep going. That was
Yeah,
already a mind fuck of
yeah.
just perseverance and endurance. We just have to keep persevering, and
Oh
we
my
will survive
god,
this.
we're
We're
resilient
good
as
at that.
hell.
We're good at that.
But I mean, like, what is the alternative?
What's
You
the
have to
alternative?
make it home. You
You have to
literally
keep
have to walk the
going.
other way. That's
Like,
the
what are you
shitty
gonna
part.
do?
That's
Just
what
like,
happened at Ozette. Like,
yeah,
what is the alternative? The Coast Guard? Fuck, bitch, you are out of service.
yeah.
Sit down, be
I don't
humble.
have a
You are
GPS
out of
on
service.
me. I don't have emergency services. Yep.
Nah,
Sorry.
nah, nah. You
See
have
these
literally no other option.
see
And
these
or you
boots,
die.
these straps. Got to pull myself up by the bootstraps.
Yeah, bootstrap Bill. Bootstrap Bill. Yeah,
Not
but
Morgan.
literally, like, what is your other? You have no other option. You
Yeah,
just
you just got to
have
keep
to get
going.
out. We put ourselves in
We
these
were,
situations.
yeah,
We are these Sunderkids, Avi.
we got the
But
sun kids there.
this
But it was,
is what we do.
and then yeah,
Oh,
you
it's
go, you
great.
get through it, and then you immediately know this is going to be a funny story
You
once
do,
it
and
settles.
you're alive.
Yeah,
You're okay.
yeah,
You're
you're just
really
hurting.
not. we're never hurt. I mean, except, my fractured
Luckily,
kneecap, but that's
yeah, and
with Matthew's hip.
a
I
pulled
guess,
tendon on a foot.
maybe a little trauma, but yeah,
Yeah,
unaffected overall
character
by,
building.
but we come out on top that you're like, okay. And also we learn from all these mistakes, right? I
Yeah,
mean, you come out going, I'm going to pack a knife. I'm going to do this. Bear spray is always on my list. Bears never hibernate in my mind now. They're just
yeah,
around.
no,
They live at all times.
yeah,
We need bear spray. Could use some
yeah.
human spray at some points too. What is that? Just pepper spray, I
There's a
guess.
pepper spray. Yeah, just yeah.
I should get
Bears are
some
a
pepper
lot
spray.
bigger and
Yeah,
more dangerous
but
than humans.
we learn from these hikes, and that's what makes it fun. But then it's like we've done these hikes so many times at Lake Crescent. Like we know that area.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
was like our
really like
fifth time doing it. It was just the first time from the south,
first
and
time
we
from the
were
south.
planning on doing that the next morning. Like that was
Yeah.
our original plan, and then it was
Oh
like, well,
yeah, we
we
were
already
just
did
gonna
that.
do that.
Yeah, we already did that. Let's just do the
We
other side.
already did.
Oh yeah, our legs are hurting so much. Might as well hike
Uh,
another 5 miles. But hell yeah, fuck yeah, you know?
Hell yeah, fuck yeah. We enjoy the time. We love Washington. We've really taken advantage of it, and I feel really proud that we know. Like,
Yeah.
we've gone places that a lot of Washingtonians don't even go to, and it's
Oh,
because
for
we just
sure.
have interest. Like, we look it up, we go. The parents find places to go for walks at night, even locally, like little trails
Mm-hmm.
that, like Estes Peak or whatever, um, out behind that. And
Mm-hmm.
there's just things that you're like, oh my gosh, this place is so
Just
lit.
so much beautifulness
Just
everywhere.
beauty everywhere. And then I look around here and yeah, I get some sunsets, but man, I miss that dynamicness of the landscape. It's just
So
you feel so small. And everyone to
yeah.
me should feel small. Like eat some shit, feel some smallness. Like know
Mm-hmm.
your place in the world.
Yeah.
You have no purpose, but like find your purpose. I hope everyone has a purpose. I don't know.
You gotta find
If
one.
we do,
But getting out of
wah,
nature.
wah, wah.
Oh man, this state, it's just beautiful. And
Yeah,
I was good last year. I only went on a few hikes last year. I
mm,
need to get better. Need to get
yeah,
more because I'm in training now.
yeah.
2024
Oh yeah,
slated to
Rainier,
go Rainier, so I am on the
2024.
up
Okay,
and up. But
okay,
luckily, my foot doesn't have searing pain every time I touch it now,
good,
which is great.
great,
And
awesome.
yeah, so hopefully getting in the pool will help. But
Hopefully,
yeah,
freaking hope so. I hope all of it. Oh yeah, we've got more hikes to go on. That's for sure, and we've
more
got
hikes
more
to
hikes
go
in
on
Washington to talk about. Because
and more hiking
Washington,
stories
man,
for sure.
I highly recommend. I just really love Washington, and you know what? You don't even have to go to Seattle. It is very cool. It's very
Any
expensive,
place you go, you'll
but
find
Washington
something special.
State is incredible. It just is. Highly recommend.
I
But
recommend.
yeah,
All
that is
right,
what we have for you this
that's what
week.
we got.
Washington, I love you. Yeah,
Love
I
you.
do love my Washington
Yo.
plates though, even though I felt like an ass at that concert. That was serious. I still have remorse about that. I'm like, oh, then they know too. Like if they ever see that car again, they'll be like, that bitch
That
sat in the park.
Washington. That
But you know
liberal.
what? I had a great time at the concert. Oh, it was phenomenal. Oh, it was amazing. But anyways,
Okay, well, this has
yeah,
been Everyday Vibes with the Sunderkids. Thank you for
yeah.
listening.
Tune in next week and we'll tell you more about something we'll figure out the day of. Ciao,
Ciao,
ciao for
ciao.
now.